Hey there, YTPC, it's your boy Cosmo, the CatDadPiper. Hope you're having a great day. I'm just sitting out here on the deck early Wednesday night, kind of a nice night out. Mid-80s, but there's no humidity, and we've got a little bit of a breeze, so I thought I'd come out, do a share a pipe video. I know I've been doing some tobacco tastings and yabos lately, so I thought I'd do another share a pipe. So, with that being said, grab yourself a pipe you like, pack it with the tobacco you like. I encourage you to comment down below. Let me know what you're smoking and what you're smoking it in. I've got my Molina Pisa with that awesome blue forever stem already packed. And tonight we're going to be trying Smartiebob's blind bag number 1 for the first time. Not going to talk too much about the tobacco because I usually smoke it a few times before I do an official tobacco tasting, but I can tell there's a lot of key in it. So let's get this lit and enjoy a pipe. Well, I'm wearing my Beetlejuice hat that I crocheted. Wore this to the movie yesterday, and we'll get more into that later, but hope you had a great day, or maybe you're just watching this in the morning, your day's just getting started. Hope you have a great day. Hopefully it's free of stress or aggravations. So as I said, yesterday I got to go to the new Beetlejuice movie. I don't really want to get into like a whole review for it, but let's just say I really liked it, but I'm not sure how I feel about it. You have to keep in mind the first Beetlejuice movie came out 36 years ago, 1988. Now, I would have been 7 when it came out, but I don't remember going to that one in the theater. Probably saw that on home video, which means I probably would have saw it for the first time in 89. Or it might have been one that my aunt recorded for me off HBO or Showtime. So I would have been 8 years old the first time I saw it. And it is one of my favorite movies. I kind of love the weird and unusual. Or as Lydia would say, strange and unusual. I myself am strange and unusual. I love the crazy characters. I love this style. We were just starting to learn who Tim Burton was as a filmmaker and director in his style. And I don't know why the actress's name is escaping right now, but woman that plays Lydia. Gosh, any other time I could tell you her name. Michael Keaton, Catherine O'Hara, Jeffrey Jones. Excuse me, I have to look this up because this is driving me nuts. Anyways, I keep wanting to say Sigourney Weaver, and I know that's not it. Winona Ryder. Weaver. Anyways, Winona Ryder was, if not my first, she was my first, like, real, like, celebrity crush. Growing up, I always had a thing for, like, dark-haired girls. So needless to say, I'm a big fan of like I said, the original Beetlejuice. I've seen it more times than I can count. Or as Beetlejuice would say about The Exorcist, I've seen it about 157 times. And it just keeps getting funnier every time I see it. So, super excited that this sequel came out. Mainly because I had watched interviews. And Michael Keaton said, like, one of the caveats for him and Tim Burton doing another one was to have the right script and to do practical effects like they did in the 80s. Now, if you don't know, there was originally plans right after Beetlejuice came out to do a sequel called either like Beetlejuice in the Bahamas or Beachside Beetlejuice, something like that, which would have been horrible. Luckily, Tim Burton, Michael Keaton, after shooting Beetlejuice, got started on the first Batman movie. But anyways, tried not to get my hopes up too much or get my expectations too high. I was super excited to go to the movie. Movie theater pulled out all the stops. They had a couple photo ops set up in the corner of the lobby, so I took advantage of that. So, like I said, I love the movie. I love what they did with some of the characters, what they did with visual effects. Not sure how I feel about the overall story or plot. There's a couple reasons for that. First of all, being there's kind of like 3 different plot lines interwoven. First one's kind of like Beetlejuice and Lydia. There's kind of like the Beetlejuice plot line. And then Lydia kind of interweaves with Beetlejuice and her daughter and her mother. But there's kind of the ex-wife of Beetlejuice that's after him. And Guy is trying to track her down because she's very dangerous. And then there's Lydia having relationships and her relationships with her mother and Beetlejuice. And her boyfriend and her daughter. And then the daughter's kind of got like her own like subplot. So it's kind of a lot going on. And there's a couple scenes that I thought were funny, but I don't know if they necessarily belonged. But the other issue is I've only seen it once. Versus, like I said, the original, more times than I can count. So while I know I enjoyed the movie, I think it's going to take repeated viewings for me to get the same appreciation as the original. And it may never get to be as good as the original for me. I wish I kind of would have done a little bit more with the Deo song. If you know, you know. But at the same time, I appreciate that they just didn't do the same thing all over again. And I will say one thing, not to really spoil too much, but after seeing it, I will never look at the song MacArthur Park the same way again. I was fairly familiar with that song. Probably a little bit more familiar with the Weird Al version, Jurassic Park. The last thing to really say about the movie, especially the beginning intro, I really like what they did with Lydia as far as costuming and hairstyle, and her having like her own like paranormal talk show. It gave me big Elvira, Mistress of the Dark vibes. And I was a big fan of Elvira as a kid. I think I learned more what large breast, for lack of a better word, was as a kid from Elvira versus, say, Dolly Parton. So all that to say, I really enjoyed the film. If you're a fan of the first movie, recommend going and seeing it in theaters. It's one of those movies that's a theater experience because it's fans that are going. You know, I went to an early matinee showing because I could. So theater wasn't maybe full enough to get a huge audience reaction, but Great way to kick off the Halloween season. I might have to. If it's still around at the beginning of October, I might have to go again. I thought about, my birthday, November 5th, right after Halloween. Right now the plans is to go out for dinner with some friends. And a couple family members. I thought about looking to see, because you can do this, you can reserve a theater for a private party. Now, the way movies go through theaters, I don't know that they would have it or access to it come November, beginning part of November. But if they did, I don't know, I'm thinking about, if you were to do that instead of go out to dinner, ask people to contribute to the cost of that. But you'd probably need like a minimum number of people, probably 20 people, and I'm probably going to have maybe a dozen people at dinner. For them to make it worth it. And then probably have to be like a 10 a.m. Saturday morning, so we're not taking up one of the other screenings. But something to think about. Anyways, hopefully you're a fan of Beetlejuice, because I didn't plan on talking about it for nearly 15 minutes. But it's kind of how these share pipes go. Sipping on some water. Brought home a big glass of water from the coffee shop. They've got the good filtered water, and I sip on at least one big glass of that, along with my coffee. It looks like there's other stuff that I want to talk about, but I might have to save a lot of that for another share pipe, because I'll ramble on way too long. But yeah, it's a nice night out here, even with the hat on. Of course, like I said, it's in the shade. Temperatures are slowly starting to drop. Probably about 83, 84 right now. And living in Iowa, any day during the summer or fall, when you don't have humidity, is a great day. Like I said, there's a nice, gentle breeze, which is great because I can enjoy the breeze, but still use matches to light my pipe. And while the sun's still out and shining, we've got blue skies. There's 0 clouds in the sky. I don't know why I feel like a few puffy white clouds almost makes it look like a nicer day. But anyways, I'm excited. We're in early mid-September already. I'm starting to watch the horror movies and stuff. Trying to find new ones. If you know of any horror movies, like even like the campier, most ridiculous plot you can think of, let me know what they are. Excited for October, for the leaves to start turning a little bit more and falling. Have that smell of fall in the air, and then Halloween, which I don't do as much on Halloween as I used to, but and then my birthday, which I'll probably celebrate on the Saturday before, because I believe fortunately, I think my birthday falls on election night. Which the only good thing about that, as far as I'm concerned, is at least the elections will be over then. I don't get too political. I've been registered Democrat since I was 18. Yep, sorry guys, I know there's a lot of Republicans out there. Honestly though, I'm probably more of a moderate-leaning conservative. Or moderate-leaning Republican, rather. I really should unregister as far as the party affiliation, because I get text messages and emails from Kamala and Waltz all the time. She actually texted me. She actually texted me last night after the debate. Don't I feel special? Anyways, I got about a third of a bowl left. Been rambling on for 20 minutes, so appreciate it if you stuck with me this long. But I'm not going to leave you hanging here until I'm done with the bowl. I'll save some stuff to say for the next share pipe. But like I said, appreciate you could join me. If you ever want to share pipe with me, I've got the playlist. You can check that out. For some reason you're not subscribed, which a majority of my viewers are not subscribed, please do so. It always helps out the channel. And as always, thanks for watching. God bless, and we'll see you soon.